Sawadee Cup, Sawadee Ton Chow, Sabadi my cup. How's everybody doing? Today we have a real laid back show. I'm not going out and about. Also today, my family and I have a new member that we're adding to our family. We have a new cat, which this always seems to happen to me. The wife always brings home stray animals. She can't resist, and I understand why. There was a cat meowing in the front of our house, sitting in like where the potted plants are, and the wife went out there. She saw it. She felt sorry for it. It's tiny. I mean, it's like the size of my hand. So she brings it inside. She's like, I'm going to feed this thing. Then the next thing you know, she's taking it to the vet. Now we have a new member of the family. It's a she. So now we have another female in the family. And her name is Nancy. Because we have a Sid already, so I figure we might as well have a Nancy. So Sid and Nancy are our cats. Big news, exciting news. It's kind of cool just because you have this little tiny animal that's moving around, and I'm not like spending a lot of time. I'm spending a little bit of time with it, but the wife and Alex are fawning all over it, and you know, so we have another cat, and now Sid, at first Sid was a little standoffish. He was a bit shocked, I think. And then they went up into Alex's room last night. Alex is playing with the little cat. Sid comes into the room. Next thing you know, they're all playing together. They're all happy. Harmony in the Mellon family, I guess you could say. Anyway, let's see here. Right now, it is 91 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning, high of 103, low of 85. The current feel-like temperature is 98 degrees, and it's only 56% humidity. The air quality is 109. Which is unhealthy for sensitive individuals, and the dollar is 36.85 to the baht. I really hope it hits 37. That would be great, but as long as it stays above 36.5, I'm happy. So I think this is good. Anyway, today we're going to talk about Thailand's rising prices, and they are rising. They have been rising, just like anywhere else. Prices go up. And in this place, prices have gone up considerably, especially for things like food and a lot of other things, but not so much rents. Rents are not as expensive as in the West, but here the food is as expensive, maybe more expensive in some categories. But I mean, you go out for a lunch. It's going to cost you $20 if you go to a halfway decent place. You know, $20 with a drink and everything like that. So prices are going up here. I've been saying this for years. They've been going up and going up and going up and going up, and now they're a lot more expensive. And if you really want to look at it, look at, for the guys who go to the places like Nana and Pattaya and Soy Cowboy and all these other places, look at the prices of the girls. You know, they've gone way, way, way up. They used to be, you know, it used to be 500 baht. You give them 500 and they were happy. Now that's not the case. So prices have gone up. However, the only thing is, and the reason that I'm doing this video is because I saw an article that said that there are less British tourists and less British expats than in the past. In the last 3 years, they've dropped off dramatically. And I was wondering why. And then I started thinking about it, and I thought, well, it seems like most in most areas, there are more expats and more tourists coming, because Thailand is always proclaiming how many tourists are coming in, and this year is a record year. However, these are not Western tourists. That's the thing. So, really, is this what Thailand wants? Red land, boo, what is it? Red light, boo, smokes, nobody needs it, tax it to high heaven. Yeah, I mean, you know, what are they going to do? They're trying to get, this is the thing. A government is a business. They're trying to make as much money as humanly possible. Bring that money in. You know, they want to bring that money in. I mean, you look at it, like I go to there's a little place I'm looking at right now, Minato. 2/4 Korean, knows it. Henry Chanowski was hidden. Wow. I wonder what Henry Chanowski said. Anyway, Minato. You go over there, listen, you can get some reasonably priced stuff. You can get something for like $4 or $5 if you want. But it's one little dish. It's a bowl of rice with something on top. With maybe a pork cutlet on top. It's not that it's a bad value, but it's not a great value. But if you want something like, you want to have like sushi, and you want to have 2 or 3 different kinds of sushi, 4 different kinds of sushi, you want to have a meal, you want to have a drink, you're going to pay $20. 20, $30. So how is that cheap? Now, I don't see a lot of the new expats coming in. I don't see a lot of Indians, Burmese, Russians, Chinese. I don't see them coming and sitting down and eating these kind of meals. I don't know. Maybe I'm just in the wrong areas and I don't see the expats. If I'm in Pattaya, that's a different story. Yeah, well, you always want fresh fish, but the problem is the price is going up and up and up, and eventually it's going to be like, okay. And there are certain foods that I used to buy all the time. I used to buy things all the time from the grocery store, and now I just don't buy them because they're too expensive. Well, maybe Americans are buying real estate here, but Americans are not the ones who are coming over here predominantly. It's, as I said, it's Chinese, Indians, Russians, and Burmese. And Americans, while they are coming, let's see here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Out of 20 places that Americans come to, Thailand is number 19 on the list. So it's not like it used to be. There's also going, what is this? I can't see this. Yeah, it's still a bargain for most things, yes. I'll agree. And, you know, I'm not complaining. And especially when rentals are cheap, I'm not complaining about anything. I mean, listen, my house is 7,000 baht. It's been 7,000 baht the entire time we've lived here, which is like 10, 11 years. The place before that was 6,000 baht, then it went up to 7,000 baht, and we were like, okay, well, whatever, you know. Good morning to everybody. So, you know, this is the thing. Yeah, I don't see a lot of Americans coming over because the price of airfares is quite high. The price of airfares for Brits is quite high, and Brits tend to go to places like Spain, let me see here, Australia, US, Canada, Spain, Ireland, New Zealand, France, South Africa, Germany, and Italy. They no longer come to Thailand in mass And I know a lot of Brits who complain about everything that's going on here. And, you know, listen, there's always complainers. If I want, I can complain about a host of things here. I just choose not to complain about it because I'm still here. That's it right now. I'm like, okay, I'm still here. I'm still here. What am I? I can't complain about anything. Things are still good, right? For all these people that have been here, that have done YouTube videos, that have come and gone, and there's been a lot of people. They're here for 3 years, 5 years, 1 year, 6 months. Oh, Thailand is such a wonderful place. I just got my first apartment. You know, like, okay, great. But the bottom line is, are you here for the duration? If you're an expat. If you're a tourist, that's, you know, I mean, listen, come for a month, come for a week, come for whatever you want. Spend your money and get on down the road. You know, I mean, that's what tourists do. Now, Australians, that's a little bit of a different story. They tend to go to New Zealand, Bali. They do come to Thailand. They like to come to Chiang Mai and Phuket. Portugal, Malaysia, Vietnam, Spain, Fiji, Mexico, and the Philippines. So that's where the Australians tend to go. So, you know, we're all doing our own thing here. And honestly, if I wasn't living here now, I don't know that I would come here. I just don't know. I mean, maybe, yeah, I mean, I love it here now. And for me, this is home. You know, it's home. I mean, I'm comfortable. I feel good here. I feel comfortable. I fit in. I know the ropes, and so I'm very comfortable. Going back to the U.S., I would not be comfortable. And my wife has said, "Oh, well, you know, when are we going to go back? I want to get my green card." And I'm like, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. What do you really need a green card for? For what? You're going to get your citizenship, and then you're going to, oh, well, if you're not alive, maybe I can live there. I'm like, I don't know, you know. Going to Thailand that have 33 to 34-inch pitch, less than $1,000. All the airfare below $1,000, which is few, have 30 to maybe 32-inch pitch per seat. Okay, so it's not that comfortable, is what you're saying, if you're going to pay less than that. And I can tell you, I've looked. And I've looked for trips to Europe, and the prices just keep going up. And, you know, obviously I don't like that. I don't, who wants to pay for airfare that's something that's going to cost you, you know, 30% of what you're going to spend, or 35%, 40%, whatever, of what you're going to spend on your total budget for the vacation. I don't want to do that. I mean, you know, I can go in Asia here. I can go anywhere I want pretty much for less than $500. Maybe Japan a little bit more expensive. Maybe it's a little bit less. I mean, I think when Alex went, it was about 13,000 baht when he went. I can't remember, but I think that's about what it was. So it wasn't that expensive. Now, getting to this article, if I can find it here. Here it is. Yes. Oh, they just put all the stuff here. All right, here we go. Thailand faces a decline in British tourists and expats, causes and consequences. I'm flying from the U.S. and $1,300. Yeah. I honestly have never paid that much just to go and come back to Thailand. Never in my life have I paid that much. I don't think I've paid $1,000, honestly. 800-900, but not 1,000. Never. And 1,300, no. Thailand, a country that has long held a special place in the hearts of British travelers and expats, is witnessing a significant drop in the number of visitors from the United Kingdom. Detailed analysis by the Pattaya Mail, along with insights from industry experts, highlights a complex set of factors driving this shift. This trend raises concerns for Thailand's tourism-dependent economy, its expat community, and its future appeal to British travelers. Now, I don't know that it really is that detrimental, and I'll tell you why. Because Thailand loses the Brits and they gain the Chinese. Thailand loses the Brits and they gain the Indians. Thailand loses the Brits and they gain Russians. They gain Burmese. And granted, they may not be spending the same money, but I can tell you that the Burmese live here. They are acclimated. A lot of them speak Thai. So I don't know that it's that bad. From staple destination to shifting tides. For decades, British tourists have flocked to Thailand's sun-drenched beaches, vibrant cities, and affordable cost of living. Expats have enjoyed the tropical climate, entrepreneurial opportunities, and the Thai hospitality that made the country a popular choice for establishing a life abroad. However, a combination of economic, bureaucratic, and competitive pressures is eroding Thailand's traditional appeal for British travelers. Yeah, I don't see it, but okay. I mean, I see a little of it, but it's not enough to put me off from living here. Now, granted, I got a family here. I'm established. I'm not going to just pick up and go. Rising cost of international airfare. Okay, that's something I understand. Bureaucracy and diminishing opportunities. The opportunities have never been fantastic here. Maybe 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, they were fantastic here. But in the last 10, 20 years, they have not been fantastic. British expats in Thailand report navigating increasingly complex immigration procedures, not really, including stricter visa requirements and work permit regulations. This bureaucratic maze is discouraging potential expats, while those already established may feel a waning sense of security. Thailand used to be welcoming to foreign entrepreneurs and skilled workers, remarked a British expat running a business in Bangkok. Now it feels like they're putting up roadblocks, which make you think twice about long-term viability of staying here. Furthermore, perception is growing among British expats that high-quality job opportunities, particularly in sought-after sectors like education and technology, are dwindling. Well, technology definitely has been dwindling for the last 10 years. But education, when has there been sought-after jobs in the education sector? There really hasn't been many, okay? This creates uncertainty for those planning a move and disincentives for existing expats who may be considering other locations in the region. I've said this for a long time. There are a lot of other places that you can live if you don't want to live in Thailand. And even my wife said to me yesterday, she goes, you know what? Maybe we need to find another place to live that's not so hot as Thailand. And she kind of discounts the pollution because she's just like walking through life and she's like, oh, well, yeah, it's kind of bad, but it doesn't affect me. But then in another 10 years, if she starts having lung problems, it's going to affect her. And so that's the thing. I'm constantly thinking about it. And then I'm thinking, listen, I'm 62. By the time I move there, maybe I'll be 64, 65. And, if I live another 20 years, okay, then maybe it's worth it. But if I only live another 5 years, 10 years, it's not really worth it. To me, I don't see it, The X factor, Thailand's evolving image. Beyond tangible cost and regulations, a subtler shift in Thailand's perceived image may be at play. Some British tourists mention concerns about overdevelopment in certain areas, diminishing authenticity, and occasional reports of scams or incidents targeting foreigners. While these issues may not be widespread, they can contribute to an overall impression that influences the traveler's decision-making process. I gotta say, good morning, Jim. I gotta say, the overdevelopment, I see that. If you look for a place where you go, where are there like almost no expats, no foreigners living there? It's hard to find a place. So you're going to find overdevelopment, and the places that are under development are starting to be developed, and that's just the way it goes. More people know about this place. Everybody and their mother has been to Thailand, and so it's hard to get around that. However, you say diminishing authenticity. I don't know that it's diminishing, honestly. I mean, yeah, it's becoming more westernized in certain areas, but you go to certain other areas and it's perfectly authentic. You go out in the villages, you go out to certain places, and yeah, I mean, you know, you got some girl, she's you know, glued to her phone. Okay, in that sense, I guess authenticity has been diminishing. But when it comes to other things like their food and their culture, I don't know that it is. So, and the reports of scams, listen, when I first got here, there were jet ski scams. There were gem scams. There was all kinds of scams. And this is 30 years ago. So, I'm sorry, I don't really see that as something that's forcing Brits to not, you know, not come here. Bedford Hotel right next to Prakanong Beaches is run by a very nice Burmese. Bangkok hotel prices are double Vietnam, Malaysia prices for comparable quality. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're double, maybe. I mean, I've been to places in Vietnam and to a lesser extent Malaysia, but Malaysia was kind of expensive where I went, but yeah, maybe, for sure. I have several acquaintances who teach English. Many have left Thailand to teach in Vietnam because it's more lucrative. Yeah, I don't understand that other than you just want to live in the country. Honestly, because I taught for 3 months. And it was basically because I had no money coming in, and I was like, what am I going to do? I need to make some money. And then I made the money, and after about 3 months, I go, this sucks. I don't want to be here if this is how I'm living. I'm living to exist. That was how I was living. And I was making 1,000 to maybe 1,500 in a month. I think that was my highest month, was like 1,400. And I just went, this is not worth it. I went back and I got a job in the US, and then I worked for a couple of months, and then boom, I came back. I had money and I came back, and then, you know, the rest was history. You know, I have my thoughts about Vietnam now, and while I have not been to some of the more isolated areas, and I haven't been to some of the beaches that people talk about that are fantastic, I can't, like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, forget about it. I can't live there. The traffic is too much. The noise is too much. The air pollution, noise pollution, it's crazy. And I don't want to live in a place where the air pollution and noise pollution it's so bad that if you walk outside, you can't hear yourself think. You walk outside, the only peace you get is if you put on some headphones and you're listening to music. Yellow line next month, packing for Manila now. Can't wait to get to finish Bangkapi Mall. Oh my God, Happy Land, here I come. Oh, Jim. I was just telling the wife yesterday, I go, you know, they fixed this place up, and yeah, it's nice. But like, everybody thinks this is a fantastic mall, and to me, it's just like, it's average. It's an average mall because they have the same things in every mall. In almost every mall, they have the same things. I mean, Minato, I'm looking at Minato. They only have like 2 Minatos. Yes, it does look better. And they are just about finished with the other connection from here down to Bangkapi Market, which will make things a lot easier because you can walk. However, you're still walking. I mean, you still got to walk a long ways to get down to the market. But that's not the point. The point is that here in the, you know, if you're not coming here every day, this place is pretty good. If you're like me and you come here every day, every other day, because I come here, I always buy fresh food. You know, I buy food that lasts a couple days, and then, you know, I've got all my food. We went grocery shopping yesterday, and we spent like 4,000 baht, which was crazy. But that was, you know, that was like 500 baht for the cat, 600 baht for the cat, and then the rest was for us. But, you know, we got a lot of food. We you know, we try to buy like 2 for 1. We try to get all these deals so that we save a little bit. Thailand should pay teachers more. They have too many teachers in the news cycle. Negatively, of course. I think Thailand should pay the teachers more. The teachers have not made, they have not really had a significant increase in many, many years. A lot of them are making the same amount of money. They're making 30, 40,000 baht a month. And that's, you know, they're like, okay, well, I'll take it. Well, I mean, let's face it. It's not only the U.S. It's the British as well. Nobody like I said, if you're paying $1,300 for an airline ticket, I don't want to pay that. Who wants to pay 1,300 bucks for an airline ticket to come to Thailand? I paid 50 bucks, and I'm serious. When I was a courier, I paid 50 bucks. I paid 150 bucks. And then when I had to pay full price, I was paying $600-700. That's it. Now that I'm older and time has passed, granted, okay, things are going to go up a bit. And I paid $800-900. But would I pay $1,300, $1,500? No. Not unless I'm going premium economy or business. I just wouldn't spend it. It's too much money. And this is the thing that, some people just go, it's only money, I'll spend it, I don't care. Yeah, okay, well, you can. Now I'm just like, listen, I've seen a lot of the world. I've been to a lot of places. The only reason I need to go home is to see my parents. That's the only reason. I'll come home to see my parents, see my sister. But listen, if I come home every 2 or 3 years, that's fine with me. And the wife is like, okay, every year we gotta go home. Your parents are getting older and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, they are, but I can't live my life that way, thinking about that all the time. I talk to my mother and father, every week, like once a week. I talk to them every single week, maybe twice a week. So if I gotta go home, I can come home quickly. I can go home if I have to. But it's just things are a little different now. Well, last I looked, it was 36.85. And that's just fine for me. That's perfect for me. Yeah, I think it will go over 37. As long as it's over 35, I'm okay. I'm good. Well, listen, I hate to say it, but nothing can be better than being there. Honestly. For my family and my family back home, my parents want to see the kids. They've grown up. They've seen them since they were little. They see them now. They're getting older. They're independent. They're doing their own thing. They want to see that. We want to have dinners together. We want to have mom's home cooking. We want to hang out together. Have long dinners. We like that. Therme Cafe, I don't even want to know. I don't think I would go to Therme Cafe now anymore if you paid me. I just wouldn't go to these places because I'm older and I've already done that when it was in its heyday, pretty much in its heyday. You can't beat it. Why am I going to go backwards? I'm not going to go backwards. I'm not going to go to a place, even if I was single, I would not go back to a place that now I'm paying 4,000 baht, 5,000 baht for some chick. And I still remember paying 1,000 baht for her. I just wouldn't do it. And I speak Thai fluently enough to where I'm comfortable wherever I go. I can talk to people. So I don't need that. The only thing that that's good for is, you know, you want to get yours real quick. You want to get it done. You want to have fun. And then you want to get rid of it. That's what it's good for. And you can still have that, you know, if you speak good Thai, you can have that as well. But that's not the only thing we're here for. You know, and that's the other thing. The Chinese ain't stupid. The Indians aren't stupid. Not the ones coming over here, they're not stupid. Russians aren't stupid. The Burmese certainly aren't stupid. I'm very impressed by the Burmese. Really. They acclimate very easily and very quickly here. And they're doing very well from what I see. There's a lot of them. And I think I mentioned that the other day when I went to Songkran at Central World, you know, I had a good time, everything was great, I went with the family. And then like the next day or the day after that, I went to get some bananas from the banana girl who happens to be Burmese. And she showed me photos from Central World where she was. She was in the midst of all the Burmese that were jumping up and down, getting wet with the fire hose. She was there. And I was like, wow. She's like, so many Burmese people. She's like, I loved it. You know. So, you know, this is the thing. Thailand, you know, they would care. You know, I mean, I haven't talked to him in a little while, but I don't know why he can't come over here. I think his wife used to work in Singapore, but I think it's getting the whole family over here so that they're all together that is the dilemma. I think that's what's difficult for him, you know. And, you know, he's always worked in the travel industry as long as I've known him. And I don't think he could work in the travel industry over here, so what are they going to make him do? You know, he's going to be working some labor-intensive job, and, you know, he's a little older now. You know, so he can't compete with the younger guys, you know, who are 18, 20 years old, and they're strong, and they're, you know, they're fit, they don't get tired easy. You know, I think he's in his 40s. So, you know. You know, the thing is that I keep telling the wife, and you know, and she's like, okay, where? I'm like, listen, give me some time. Give me 6 months. Give me 3 months. Give me 6 months. I got things that I have on my list that I'm checking off very slowly, but they're getting checked off. And then what will happen is I will have some time to go and explore some islands, some places on the coast. And I'm going to look to see, can I find a place that I think is near perfect or perfect? And is a place where I just go, this is it. This is the place for us. And then if she comes, or I'll take photos, take video, she sees it, she goes, oh my God, I gotta go see that. Okay, great. Then we go down there, we look at it, we check it out, then we go, okay, let's get a place here. You know. So we are thinking about that. But then, you know, then it comes, we were talking about it the other day. Okay, what do we like better, Portugal or Ecuador? And we like Ecuador because it's cheap and it's nice and everything like that. A lot of seafood. And we like Portugal because a lot of seafood, because it's very nice, it's European. But we couldn't live in Lisbon because it's too expensive. So where are we going to go? We have to go somewhere else. We'd have to explore the country. It would take money, you know. So we think about all these things. But we also think Thailand is right up at the, for me, I don't care if I'm American, European, whatever I am American, but it just happens that I'm American. I don't really care about that. What I care about is, for me, where am I most comfortable? And it's really hard for me to see myself going to somewhere that speaks Spanish and thinking, oh, 2-3 years I'll fit into the culture just like I fit in here. I don't really see that. So that's why, you know, okay, maybe Europe would be better. Okay, where in Europe? And you know, I just start thinking about it and I think, I'm very comfortable where I am. So this is the thing. I mean, listen, the Russians are not always going to come here. I don't know about the Indians. I don't know about the Chinese. They've been coming here for a long time. And they have quite a history with Thailand. Burmese, you know, that'll taper off eventually. But Thailand doesn't care what it has in tourists, as long as it has tourists that are spending money. That's the only thing that's important. Come spend your money. Put it into our economy. And they forget. The thing is that Thailand quickly forgets. And this is to their detriment. They forget what it's like not to have tourists and to be begging people to come here. And I remember when nobody could get into the country, it was extremely difficult to get into Thailand, and they were begging expats, please go around Thailand, spend your money. And I'm thinking to myself, here they are, their deputy prime minister is saying that foreigners are filthy. And I'm thinking, what am I? What, they're asking me to go around and spend my money and do this and have a great time and do that? And this guy's saying we're a bunch of filthy foreigners? And I'm supposed to really, you know, enjoy that? Oh, yes, I'm glad he says these nice things about me. No. Oh, God. Too much information. Although I still have my Manscaped underwear, and I need more underwear. Actually, 2/4 Korean, if you can, send me your address. And if I want anything sent over to you, it won't be huge or anything like that. It'll be small. Then I know where to send it. The only things that I would be sending, I do need some underwear. And they're expensive to have sent over here, but I can find them here, but I don't know that they're the right brand, and they might have the duties already included in them and all that, you know, the duties. Maybe a bottle or two of cologne, and maybe a GoPro. I've been to a lot of different countries, and there are some countries that I feel very comfortable in, but for the most part, Thailand is it for me. And you see, this is the thing, Jim. I don't care about other foreigners pushing themselves onto this culture. I don't care. It's not me. I can't control it. See, that's the difference. I don't care. It would be good if they didn't do that. But you know what? I can't control them. I can only control myself. So, you know, I don't try to push anything on them. You know, and maybe you have to be here for a while before it gets in your head. Maybe it will never get in somebody's head that, you know, hey, things are not the way they are back home. This is not America. We're not in America. I don't have to do things like Americans, or I don't have to think like an American. I don't have to act like an American. I can act however I want here. And if it's like a Thai, that's fine. You know, I don't generally compare unless I have to really compare, okay, if I send something to America or I get it in America, how much cheaper is it than here? Other than that, I don't really compare. If I got to buy a pair of underwear here and it's 800 baht, I go, okay, well, you know, it's 800 baht. That's what it is. You cannot change people who don't want to be changed. And I don't want to spend my time thinking about these kind of people. You know. It makes no difference to me. Now, one thing that I gotta say is that I see people online now talking about kratom. It's not kratom. It's gratin. That's how Thai people say it. Not kratom. And I see people, they're talking about, oh, I bought a bottle, I got so wasted off of it. And I'm like, really? I'm shocked. So, you know, this is coming from somebody who has tried this, who's done this. And I've never been to the point where I was like, oh my God, I'm so hammered, man. I'm like wasted. Never. I have been to the point where I went, wow, I really feel this. But that was about it. I don't understand. It doesn't matter. I've tried them all. It doesn't matter. You name it, I've tried it. When it comes to that stuff. You know, I've tried it right off the tree. I've tried it in tea. I've tried it in their homemade brew. I've tried every kind of imaginable. And I see, you know, there's a lot more of it out there than there used to be. And I just think, you know, now it's kind of like, all right, been there, done that. You could what? You could feel it when you stood up. You had like a glass and a half, which is about maybe a little less than this bottle. Hello, Mr. Cyrus, how you doing? How's everything? Sawati Cup, Sawati Ton Chow, Sabai Mai. And you know, that's another thing. Listen, I was looking the other day for classes in university, Thai classes, and also Burmese classes. Yeah, he is the original Jim. He's been around for a long time. I was actually looking for classes, and you know, some of them. I mean, there's some down at what is it? What's the one? It's the best one. It's one of. Oh God, I can't. It's blank. I'm blanking out right now. You're ready to come back. What the hell is the name of it? I can't even think of it. I'm blanking out now. Chulalongkorn. Yes, we are well. Everything's going good. I cannot complain. That's the thing. Nothing to complain about here, really. Nothing worth really spending a lot of energy complaining about. Oh, I wish the food prices were cheap. They are what they are. They're not so expensive that I can't afford to eat. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, when I came here, it was 15 baht for a fried rice, 20 baht for pad thai, 5 baht for pad thai if you bought it off the table. Now it's 20 baht if you buy it off the table, and it's 50 baht if you buy it, or maybe 40 baht if you buy it at the food court. Okay, I can complain about the music. I don't want to hear this music. They play it all the time. Now, shortly there will be like 2 or 3 other songs that come blaring through. Hello, Andy. How you doing? Comparatively speaking, way cheaper and great value compared to prices in the States. Yeah, I mean, you know, generally, most things are priced quite well. The only thing that I would say is that when I'm used to seeing things that are 20 baht and then now they're 50 or 60 or 80 baht, or like a haircut that used to be 40 baht. I don't know, it might get me demonetized, but what can I do? Fortunately, they don't give you a copyright strike right away. They just say, you know, you can't monetize this, or you're going to have to share it, which is ridiculous because they never tell you how much you're going to share. If I do a 2-hour stream and I have 2 minutes that has music in it that they can get me for, why am I going to pay 80% to the composer? It just doesn't make sense to me. But you know, whatever. On the whole, things are good. You know, last month was my high month for money. It's been the highest in over a year. I think it was like 15 months or something like that. I made the most amount. But this month, I'm still trying to get ahead and, you know, get over that. You know. Yeah, you know, Jim, I got some spam at M. Courtier, and I got the name of the place, and they were the distributor for it here in Thailand. And I actually bought, I think I bought 2 quarters Korean, like 2 cans of it or something, 1 or 2 cans of it. I'm not real big on spam, honestly. I'd rather have a steak than have spam. I'd rather have a piece of fish than have spam. Yeah, I can do without spam. That wasn't the original that I gave you. I thought I gave you the original spam. There are certain foods that you have a really hard time getting here. Oh, I gave him the original spam. Okay, good. I thought I did. I have the distributor's information. Yeah, I mean, you know, I've eaten spam before, and I'd eat it again. It's not something that I want to put on my menu on a regular basis. Once in a while. $503 what, dollars? Jesus Christ. $100 each. Yeah, you guys can keep your spam. Honestly, I'd rather make you know, something else. I'd rather use what is this stuff? It's not spam. It's like $500. That's $100 each. It's crazy. What the hell was I thinking of? It's kind of like spam. Ooh. Richard tried my spam. God. I just can't see getting that excited about spam. I don't get excited about foods that much unless it's like primo food where I'm like, oh my God, it melts in my mouth. That's only happened a couple times. And it happens here in Thailand once in a while, but not very often. Corned beef. Yes, that's it. Pad Krapow I can do without, man. Listen, people have asked me about going to Pet Mark. I went there once. And what I'll say is this. I paid about 5 times what I would pay to make the dish myself, and I make it as good or better. It was, you know, really. I don't have any problems making it, but I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. And it has nothing to do with the spices or anything. To me, it's boring. It's a boring dish. I want something with a little more complex textures. I like curries. I like things like that. Simmered in soy sauce, green onion, serrano peppers, garlic. Sounds good. I hear the tipping cost in the U.S. is out of control. Yeah, I don't like this thing where they expect a tip. I do not like that. It's like, that's why they call it a tip. A tip. And you know, listen, it used to be that I would come in and the girls at Starbucks would go, tip for me, and I go, I got a tip for you. I got a big tip for you. Are you ready for it? Tipping in the U.S. will limit your eatings out if you are living check to check. Wow, crazy. Yeah, you know, this mentality in the United States is what really puts me off. Listen, I looked yesterday. How much are apartments in Key Largo? The very first key in the Florida Keys. $2,400 for like a studio apartment. I'm like, are you kidding me? $2,400? Crazy. Well, Hong Kong is a little different. I expect to pay in Hong Kong when I go over there. I'm not going over there anymore, but I was there for 4 months, and you know, I had good experiences there. I loved Hong Kong. I just don't like what the Chinese government is doing there, and or has done there, and that's why I just don't want to go back. I got too many other places to see, and you know, and to have fun, and you know, so that's what I want to do. Let's see, can we get over 50 people watching? That would be good. Fast food is even too expensive now. Labor cost in California, gas. Listen, you see, this is what I mean. I don't mean to say that I don't care about American people or my friends or my family or anything. I don't mean to say that. But when it comes to like California, politics, you know, being politically correct, the mentality of certain people, I don't care. I don't live there. I've lived almost half my life in Thailand. Why do I care what goes on there? I don't. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Let them pay the money they want to pay. Let California charge people tax when they go out of the state. Let them do whatever they want. Okay, but I don't want to live there. You know. Makes no sense to me, man. And that's why it makes no sense to me. For the most part, I don't care what happens there. It's got to be something important, something that really has worldwide impact for me to really care. And that doesn't happen very often. I do like In-N-Out, but I haven't had In-N-Out in about 30 years. So who knows if it's the same or if I would remember it, or, you know, who knows. I'd like to have one. I like it. You know, I wanted to have one in Vietnam. They had In-N-Out in Vietnam. And I get there and they go, oh, it was just a kiosk that was only there for like 4 hours. And when I got there, it was gone. There was nothing there. And I was like, what a bummer, man. I was like so bummed. Because, you know, I'm in Vietnam and there just happens to be an In-N-Out there. And then I was like, oh, it's not here anymore. I was really bummed out about that. Anyway, listen, I don't know if you see, but below the, let me see here. Well, below the, I don't know about right now, but below the video window, maybe once it's done, I don't know, but there's, I know on all the other videos I have up now. Now they are starting to put my t-shirts and sweatshirts and all that kind of stuff, water bottles, whatever it is. They're starting to put them up for sale underneath the video window. And also there's a link to the website right below. If you click on that, you can get 25% off on all merchandise right now. And that's a great deal. I don't usually give 25%, but they're giving me 25%, so it gets passed on to you. All you have to do, when you get to the web page, if you click on the web page, An American in Bangkok, on Spreadshop rather, if you click on that, there'll be a little button that says redeem, and you'll automatically get 25% off on all merchandise. Good deal. So, and if you're in the US, you get an even better deal because the shipping is dirt cheap. I'm the original OG. Longhorns knows this. It's as simple as that. Yes. Listen, Alpharetta has been around for a long time. I've met him several times here. I know him. I'm surprised you're still in Manila. You're still going to Manila. I thought that was done. In-N-Out did pop up in Bangkok a couple years ago. Listen, as good as we make them, they ain't never the same as In-N-Out. It's never the same. It can come close, but that's it. I make burgers, and in fact, I'm going to make some burgers today. I have ground beef that's been sitting out since yesterday afternoon, defrosting, and it's going to be defrosted when I get home. And I'll put some nice cheese on it, maybe some avocado, some onion, and it'll be fantastic, but it ain't going to be like any other burger. It'll be a good burger. It'll probably be an excellent burger, but it's not going to be an In-N-Out burger. You know, you can come close, and that's good enough. Yeah, I don't know. We got all kinds of things we got to make soon. If I use Grab food in Bangkok 3 times a day, it would only cost me the same as one meal here. Yeah, I don't use Grab food that much. I use it once in a while. It doesn't matter. You guys are both here. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter who was here 10 years ago, who was not. That doesn't really matter. This music drives me up the wall. I mean, you know, listen, the good thing about this place is that there are modern conveniences like Grab available, like Food Panda. Like if you're in Bangkok, you have all the train services. The only thing is that you have to deal with pollution and with air pollution and noise pollution. And it's a lot. I mean, I mean it. It's a lot. You go somewhere in the heart of Bangkok where, I mean, you go to Siam Paragon, go down to Central World or somewhere like that. Man, there are literally thousands of people. And it's so noisy and it's so polluted. Go down the canal. You know, for all the electric boats and electric cars that they have 10 times more that are using gas or diesel. And it's too much. They need to figure something out. And I was just reading something about why some people don't like Thailand. Oh, well, they don't ever try to improve themselves. Listen, Thailand has improved themselves quite a bit. And this is the thing. People say that Thailand as a whole does not improve itself. Okay, there's certain things they definitely don't. However, look at the United States. Look at the United States. You take what is it? What's the Amtrak? Greyhound bus? You know, they used to be fantastic. Now they're not even close. We don't even have DoorDash here. There's no DoorDash here. You use Grab, you use Food Panda, you use Line, you use whatever. Yeah, and you've been here for 2 years, a little more than 2 years, right? And you've seen improvements. I look at the US and I go, what improvements? Oh, well, they're gonna get the turnpike done. Okay. Well, it was done before, now they're redoing it to make it better. Okay, great. But on the whole, as a country, is it getting better? I would say probably not. I don't know. I don't know because I don't live there. But huge improvements in public transportation. Massive. And then when you look at the banking system, massive improvements. I mean, Southeast Asia is getting ready to, in the next couple of years, you'll be able to go to Indonesia with your phone and you want to pay with your Thai bank account, you just scan a QR code. That's going to happen. Guarantee it, it will happen. The internet is fantastic here. It's much better than in the US. Trains and buses are lacking in the United States. And they're not cheap. I looked at taking a train and it's expensive. It's like I can fly and it's either a little bit more or it's the same price as taking a train. And I'm like, what's the point of that? Oh, I want to see the sights. Okay, great. You want to see the sights? Fine. I'll pay $500 and I can fly home for $520. You know. I mean, I understand it. But the bottom line is that, you know, they've got a lot of improving to do, and I don't know what the problem is. Honestly, I don't know what the problem is. Why they have... I think it's just that maybe that the U.S. is so large and that there's so many people involved. They just can't get their act together. I don't know. And Thailand, you know, is the size of Texas. So if you look at Texas, Texas has their act together pretty much. So you want Thailand to get their act together, they can get their act together pretty easily. Listen, if they really want, they can have a couple of people, they just go, okay, boom, it's done. What's happened with the marijuana? Nothing. Haven't done a thing. They have not put anything into law yet. I wonder why. Well, I think that's kind of your own choosing. You wanna use the truck to drive around because you feel like you have your freedom, which is great. I don't have the same freedom, but yet I don't have the responsibility of having an automobile or even a motorcycle. And believe me, I think about having a motorcycle almost every day. I think, God, I should just get one. I should just get one. I should just get one. It'll give me more freedom. And I just think, why? I haven't had one in 30 years. What do I really need one for? I don't need one. It'd be nice to have one, like, in case you needed one. But then if you have it, you're going to use it. Like, I like to put, like, you know, like, if I had the money, I like to put a Benz in the garage. And I'd be like, okay, if I need it, I'll take it out. But if I don't need it, like if I just can take the SkyTrain or a taxi or whatever else it is, that's what I'm going to do. Is it hard to get a motorbike as a foreigner? No, not at all. Piece of cake, buddy. Depends on where you are for the most part, but generally I'd say about 95% of the time it's very, very easy. I mean, the other day I was somewhere, I don't remember where it was, and I get ready to get into the taxi, can't remember where it was, and the guy goes 400 baht. I just closed the door, got out. The very next taxi came. I said, I'd like to go to Happy Land. Okay. Got right in, boom. It was 100 and, what was it, 135 baht, 140 baht, something like that to get to where I had to go. You know, you want to be like that? That's fine. You think I'm some tourist? You think I'm going to go, oh, okay, I'll pay you whatever you want. Okay, fine. I'm not going to, though. Why? Take me 2 seconds. Yeah, sometimes it takes me a little bit longer, but, you know, how often is that? Once every 6 months, somebody doesn't want to pick me up, so I got to walk down the street. Okay. The U.S. needs to spend money on a lot of things, and the problem is the government is spending money on things that don't need to spend money on. They don't need to spend money on other countries. They don't need to spend money on these things. And yet they will. And the thing is that because you elected them, they feel like they have the right to do that. Which, okay, whatever. And that's why I say I don't care. I just don't care. Because I have virtually no say, even though supposedly I have a say with my vote. I have almost no say. Yeah, you're not gonna pay $1,500 for a new motorbike up here now, or down here, or whatever. That's not gonna happen. Try twice that, almost twice that. And I know exactly what I would get. I would not get a little 110 or 125 cc. Why would it be hard to get a license? I don't understand that. Thailand is no different than any other country. They have a lot of the same things that other places have. You can go, if you really want, you can go and buy your license. Although I wouldn't recommend doing that. Just go and get one. You go to some little class for 5,000, 6,000 baht. That's like 150 bucks. And you take a course. It's, I don't know, 20 hours, and then you get your license at the end. They make sure of it. So it's very simple, really. Thailand has electricity and running water as well. Unbelievable. Spending all that money on high-speed rail from Pickerville to Las Vegas is a terrible waste. No, they have solar power. That's what they have. Oh, God. Oh, they have a lot of them. Many, many, many. How many do they have? Oh, God. They have renewable ones. They have... What is this? They're all over the place. They're all over the country. And then they have renewable stations as well, which they have more renewable ones than they do other stations. Listen, I tell you what, and some people may not like this. If you want to see the difference between Bangkok or say Thailand and other countries, go to the Philippines. See how many brownouts they have. See how modern it is compared to Bangkok. And I guarantee you, you're going to go, oh, now I understand. It's quite a bit different. And they probably said the same thing about you. You're probably looking old too. Before you know it, your hair's gonna be gone. You know, that's what happens. I'm waiting for my ball hairs to get gray. That's the only thing left. I'm telling you, I got gray hair up here. I got gray hair on the beard. And, well, I don't know that mine is more reliable. I mean, reliability I didn't have any problems with that in California or in Florida. I didn't really have any problems with reliability as far as energy goes. Yeah, so I can't say it's that much better here, but what I can say is I'm perfectly happy with what I have here. The only time there are some troubles in Florida is if they have a hurricane, and then the power will go off, and then you're screwed. And that's about it. But you know, Florida has that, and that's something you have to deal with. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get seasick on a boat on the Chao Phraya. Oh God. Well, that's good. Bye bye. How about I ban you? Would that be better?
I'm gonna unsubscribe from this boring channel.
Oh God. Yeah, really strong thunderstorms in Florida can be very, very bad, but you know, there's nothing you can do about it, so what do you know, obviously what good does it do you? A lot of temples you don't have to pay to get into. Listen, Jim, I went to a fight in somewhere up there, but I can't remember the name of the, hang on a second, against something. I don't know if I can find it. Well, there's plenty of meth heads here. You could find them if you really wanted to. What was that guy's name? Shit, I can't remember what his name was. Oh, it was Caballeros. Okay, this was, boy, they don't even have it in the, shit. I don't know what his name was. Let me see. Okay, this was, let me see if I can tell you when it was. 2006. I was there in 2006. It was, let's see here. Oh, it just says it was in Thailand. Where did it take? Oh, yeah, it doesn't really say. It just says Thailand. That kind of sucks. Let me see if I can find it here on the records. God, he hasn't fought. This guy hasn't fought in almost 15 years. That's just incredible. Time flies when you're having fun. Let's see here. When did he lose? Wat Ban Rai. Where is Wat Ban Rai? I don't know. Nakhon Ratchasima. Okay, so it was in Korat. It was in Korat, and it was so flooded there that we almost could not get to the fight. It was, we're driving, and you know, like the taxi has, it was like you had to wonder, is the water going to come into the taxi? The flooding was so bad. But I haven't seen that kind of flooding in a long time. And actually down on Sukhumvit Road, whenever it used to rain, Sukhumvit, at the intersection, it used to get swamped. And the girls used to walk out with their pants up or just with no shoes on, and they'd walk through the water. Everybody would walk, I mean, men, women, they'd walk down the street through the flood until they got to the other side, or until they got to a point where it wasn't flooded. Dude, what are you talking about? Are you trying to, like, what's your deal, dude? There'll be less drugs going about. First of all, who cares? I don't care. Second of all, why would there be less drugs? You make no sense. Everybody is off. They're out getting hammered. People like to get hammered on Songkran. And they could be using drugs or using alcohol. It doesn't matter. But all I'm saying is you're bringing this up, and it's like, it's not contributing anything. It's not true. It's a great Thai movie called Love at First Flood, filmed around Lot Brow, I think the 2011 floods. Great romantic comedy. I forget the movie that I just watched the other day. It was a Thai movie. What was it? Deep Spirits, or let me see if I can find it. But it was quite good, actually. I was really surprised. Let me see here. But they don't make it go very fast here. Let me see. Don't Breathe. No, that wasn't it. Let me see. Maybe it'll come into the Thai movies. It was very good. It was a Thai movie. It was. I was surprised at how good it was. If I can find it. So far, I don't see it, but maybe we were watching it on my kids. Let's see here. Oh, #1 movies in Thailand. Oh, it was Death Whisperer. That's what it was called. Death Whisperer. I saw no drug use, although a lot of Hong Kong and beers. Well, generally, they're not going to let you see drug use take place. Most of them are smart enough. Thank you very much, Paul. Appreciate it. Choke D to you. Choke D, choke D. All right. You know, I know a lot of people. Oh, this is the Australian whatever team. They're all tall. There's like 10 of them, and they're kind of young. Maybe volleyball. All the girls are like, oh look, he's so cute. He's so young. Oh my God, he's so cute. He's so tall and so handsome. Oh Lama. หล่อแล้วก็สูงด้วย Oh God. Still flooded around some side streets on September when it rained during the last time I was here in 2022. About what? About now? Oh, lots of Korean movies. Yeah, well, listen, when it comes to the drugs, I knew people who were like, I knew a guy, and I knew his friends, and they used to smoke yaba, and they were at my apartment complex, and I kind of caught them once, and I was like, what are you doing this stuff for, you know? And he's like, oh, that's good, man. And what they used to do is they used to go and hide, and then they would just go and work, and they never, ever did it out in public, never did it where you could see them or anything. They were very discreet about it. I'm not saying that's how all Thais are, because, I mean, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are just, they don't care. Isan zombies, oh God. Well, what I would say is, oh, the Tony Jaa ones. Well, you have to watch, what is it, Surya? Was it Surya? Is that what it was? I forget the name of it. Let me see here. I can't remember all these because, what was the name of that movie? Legend of Suryotai. That movie is about 20-something years old. That's good. Let me see if I can find any other ones, because I cannot remember a lot of them. 20 best Thai films ever made. Okay. Ong Bak, that's a Tony Jaa movie. P Mak, okay, that was good. Uncle Boon Me, that was a good one. The Protector, that was a Tony Jaa one. P-Mak is currently the highest grossing Thai film in the history of Thai cinema. I did not know that. Shit. Ah, 7. Oh my God. Bad Genius. Bangkok Traffic. Bangkok Traffic Story. I think I saw that one. The Love of Siam, that was good. I don't know if you guys ever remembered the movie Beautiful Boxer. That was interesting. That's what I would say is interesting. Very interesting. Shutter was good. I saw that one. It's a very scary horror movie. I don't remember that other one. I'm trying to think of one of them. I can't remember them. Let's see here. Well, between that and Ongbak and the Legend of Suryotai, that should keep you busy. Let me see here. Ongbak, that's it. My wife is a former director of the Thai version of DARE for the province. They had a great program to eradicate drug use. I don't need to know what they're saying in those movies. Everyone just fights. Well, you can get them where they have, you know, subtitles. And it's, you know. And for me, it's very helpful because sometimes if I don't understand, then the subtitles help me understand, and then it helps my language skills. I'll take the subtitles, honestly. And I don't need the subtitles in Thai movies most of the time, but they do help occasionally. You put them up there, and you know, that way, if you can't understand something, you do understand it. It helps me, and it helps further my education, if you will. There's a lot of good Thai movies out there. You know, you just have to look around a little bit, and you'll find them. But, as I said, Beautiful Boxer was about Nong Tum, who was a transgender, and I did a skit with Nong Tum, and what was the name of that guy? He had all kinds of frizzy hair. I can't remember what his name was. He's a very famous comedian in Thailand. He's still famous. He's a little short guy, a little short chubby guy, and very nice guy, but they had the Beautiful Boxer, and that was about how he got bullied. It was, you know, a true story. He got bullied when he was younger, and then he fought his way up and started knocking people out, and then they started taking him seriously. It was pretty funny. Pretty good movie. The Fast and Furious movies don't appeal to me at all. Nothing. They don't appeal to me one bit. Seriously. You know, they're not the same. Interestingly enough, Thailand is number 12 on the International Living's 2024 Global Retirement Index breakdown, behind Costa Rica, Portugal, Mexico, Panama, Spain, Ecuador, Greece, Malaysia, France, Colombia, and Italy. Then it's Thailand, then Malta, Uruguay, Ireland, Roatan, and Belize. So, there you have it. But if we're talking about movies, that's a different story. Excuse me. Well, now. Let me see here. I don't know. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm not really into automobiles, but I just think it's I mean, maybe you watch the first one, and maybe it's good. It's kind of like watching Transporter. I like the one with the Chinese girl in it. Other than that, I don't really like him, and that was even a stretch. But I like his house right on the Mediterranean there. That was pretty awesome. If you've ever seen Transporter. Where is the one that I'm looking for? The Friend Zone. Oh yeah, that's a rom-com type rom-com. What else? I put out a list of like 20 movies a watch. This is a long time ago. I put that out. And I had a lot of movies on there, but I can't really remember a lot of them. All right, what is this right here? Is this P-Mok? Ong Bak, the Thai Warrior. Then there was Ong Bak 2. P-Mok. Shutter, as I said, was fantastic. I really liked that one. Fan Chan, I saw that one. That was good. Phobia, don't know it. Sunset at Calpraya. I'd like to see that one, but I don't know about that one. Road Fight Fa. Good one. Succeed. Apparently that's a good one according to Jim. I don't know if I've seen that one or not, maybe. The Medium, that was a good one. And I think that's it. Let's see, anything else here? The Thais like to do the horror movies. And for some reason, Nicholas just loves horror movies, so he's really into those. Let's see here. Ong Bak, Fan Chan, Shutter. Oh, I saw this one. The Macabre Case of Prompiram. It is a true story. Beautiful boxer, as I said. And like I said, back in about 2001 or something like that, I did a little skit with Nong Toom and the other guy. I can't remember who the comedian was. I was just in the background, hitting the bag and everything. Pupa Ratri, that's another ghost story. Nang Nak. Yeah, that's it. All right, that's enough. That's enough to keep you guys busy. Yeah. Anyway, so that should keep you busy. I mean, you know, what was that? I thought that was The Legend of Suryotai. That was the big epic, it was an epic, huge movie. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And I thought that was just fucking awesome. I thought it was so good. And you know, I'll be honest, I have to get in the mood to watch a Thai movie. It's kind of like listening to Thai music. I have to change my thinking a little bit. You know, because I have a list of songs that I listen to all the time. They're generally, you know, classic rock, and I don't always go to Thai music. I just don't do it all that often. Let me see here. What am I looking at? Well, let me see here. Thank you to whoever ordered the hoodie. I appreciate it. Somebody ordered a hoodie from my spread shop, which I appreciate. Listen, I used to use Teespring, and honestly, I stopped using them because they stopped paying. It was a real hassle to get your money from them, and I just went, I can't deal with this anymore. So as soon as they paid me off, I just went, that's it. No more. And I've been looking around for some other ones, and The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Oh God, who's in this? Oh, it's 2024. Oh, so this is a movie that's out right now. Okay. God, I'm sneezing, man. Honestly, I would say Devin Haney. I hope I'm wrong. I think Ryan Garcia, I don't know what's going on with him. He missed weight, which is not good. That's not a good indicator. He's drinking a beer at his weigh-in, and I think he's just something's a little off with him. I don't know what it is. I don't know everything about him, but I just think that Devin Haney he's got it together more. And I think that's important when you're fighting. You know, if you don't have it together, if you're worried about this and worried about that, you're all spread out, you're spread thin. It's hard to be a great fighter. I mean, most of the great fighters, they're like this. They only think about fighting. Once you become a singer, you become this huge star, and you go and do tours, and you're signing autographs, that takes away. And Ryan Garcia, he's on YouTube and everything like that. He's a good fighter. I just don't know if he's a great fighter. If he beats Devin Haney, if he knocks out Devin Haney, well then I'd say he's on the right track, but I don't see that happening. Now, let's see here. I'm wondering if I can watch that online. I may be able to. Boxing. Oh, here it is right here. Yes, indeed. I can see what's happening. What is this? Oh, this is not it. Okay. There it is. I don't know who's fighting right now. Barboza and Macomb. Yeah, my guess is that he's probably going to just outbox Garcia. I don't know why he took that fight, to be honest. Why would you want to fight Devin Haney in your next fight after you lost? And he lost, Tank just beat him up. That's what he did. He just beat him up. So, I don't know why you would. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, man. I don't know what he's doing, but I tell you what. I just don't see him as a top-tier fighter. I mean, if he gets through Haney, okay, and then he fights another fight and he wins that, okay, maybe. But honestly, I don't see him as a top-tier fighter just because of his attitude, and maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, but that's the way I see it. Yeah, he's a better boxer. Devin Haney is a better boxer. And I think that when it comes down to it, does Ryan Garcia have more than a left hook, because he needs to work on having more tools than just the left hook, and that's what So yeah, I'm going to be able to watch this, which is great. The stream's just about over, so that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch this fight eagerly, and I want to see who wins. And, you know, all you can do is watch and see what happens. That's it. But thank you to the person who ordered that the hoodie. I appreciate it. Very nice. Let's see here. Smells like cookies in here. They must live in Canada. Oh man, really, it smells like cookies. Who's making cookies here, man? Anyway, I appreciate everybody joining me. Like I said, the prices are going up here. They're going up everywhere. But here, fortunately, there's only a few categories where, you know, electronics is one. You're not going to get cheaper electronics here. You're just not. You get cheaper electronics in the United States. Certain things cannot be shipped here, cannot be bought here. And one of them is you know, you can get almost any cologne here that you want, but it's going to be expensive, or it's going to be as much as in America. But certain colognes, they will not ship. Like there's some stuff that I've been trying to get. It's Mirasol. It's from Spain. It has alcohol in it, so they will not ship it to Thailand. So you can't even get it here. Which I'm like, what's up with that? Why can't they ship it because it's got alcohol in it? What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to extract all the alcohol and I'm going to drink it myself? I mean, you know what? I don't understand why they don't allow it to come in. But for the most part, you can get pretty much whatever you want. All I can find is Nivea. Nivea what? They got all kinds of colognes. I don't know what you're talking about. Not all colognes have alcohol. Most do. But the colognes that are available here are, you know, they're the usual, the Gucci, the God, I can't even think of it now. Prada. What's that one I have? You know, Tom Ford, Perry Ellis, all these colognes. You can get those. Well, these are the ones that you find in the grocery store. Axe and Nivea. That's not real cologne. I'm talking about cologne, aftershave. I'm talking about the good stuff. You know, the stuff that costs $150 a bottle, stuff like that, $100 a bottle. You know, they have all kinds of stuff like that. They're all available. You just go into the department store, your local department store, they'll have it. You get them all over the place here. They're everywhere. You can get them just about anywhere. Yeah, I don't care about the underarm stuff. I don't have bad BO. I mean, I buy it here, and I get it for 99 baht. I buy it when it's on sale. It's 99 baht. I get a couple bottles. And that I buy Nivea. I'm using Nivea. And I mean, I used to use Right Guard. I used to use all those American brands that used to be sold. They're sold here, but they're expensive. You know, I won't use Old, what is it? Not Old Spice. The green one. It's a soap. Irish Spring. The Irish Spring is expensive for soap. It's very expensive. I won't buy it. But they have all kinds of stuff here if it's available. And, you know, you don't have to use it. But, you know, if you want, you know, some colognes. I mean, you know, Axe is not a cologne. Maybe it is, but I mean, Brut is pretty old, Jim. Brut is like you wear that for like old time's sake, like Old Spice or Old English Leather. I like those too, but after a little, I like Canoe. But all those are older brands, and they weren't like, colognes weren't as expensive as they are now. Now they're expensive. I got, what do I have? I think I have Armani, I have Perry Ellis, and I have that one where Johnny Depp is the, what's it called? It's called Sauvage. Eau de Sauvage. Sauvage by Dior. I have that one, and it's quite good. Very good. You're not that old. You're not older than me, are you? I mean, I like those brands. Some people don't even know what Old Spice is. And it's like, how can you not know Old Spice? It's classic. Oh, you have that one. Yeah, it's good. I don't know if I have Armani or I have some other, what is it, Gucci or something, I don't know. Oh, you're several years older, okay. Old English, English leather. God, now we're going way back. Hey, Old Spice is good, man. It's good, but you use it every once in a while. You don't use it all the time. And that's the thing. If you really want to be up with your colognes, you get like 5 of them. You get a couple that are old school, and you get some that are new school, and you get one little specialty one. For me, those are the ones from Spain. Jono turned me on to Mirasol, lemon, and now I want to get these 2 bottles because I'm almost out of the lemon, and so that'll be enough. So anyway, there's plenty of good cologne out there for you. Yeah, I got it for cheaper than that, fortunately. I don't know who Shirley Moldoni is, but I used to get my samples from the girl who was my cologne girl. She used to give me a bag of samples. I'd buy a bottle or 2 of cologne, and she'd give me a bag of samples, which I just was like, I didn't know how good I had it. Now they sell the samples. Here in Thailand, they sell the samples. And the what's it called? The Mirasol. Oh, I know who she was. Yeah, you spelled it wrong, I think. I don't know. But the Mirasol, it's not that terrible of a smell or anything like that, and it really helps your face afterwards. So I like it, and I'll try it, and I'll get a couple more bottles, and then if I don't like those, then that'll be it. But that'll take me till I'm 65, 66. And that's okay. It'll take me for the next 2 years. I got enough cologne now to last me for a couple of years. Yeah, Shirley Muldowney. I remember her now. She's pretty famous. Back in the day. Anyway. Listen, I shave almost every day now, which I didn't used to do that. There's a long time where I just had a beard. But now the beard is all gray. There's no black in the beard anymore. So maybe if I go away for a couple of weeks, I'll grow the beard, but I'd rather not see the face with all that gray hair on it. And even the hair on top of my head, when it starts growing out, when it gets a little bit long, you can start to see the gray hair. Which is why now I'm shaving my head every other day, because I don't want to see that gray hair. I'd rather be bald. I don't care if I'm bald. Doesn't matter to me, Everybody has their own their own favorites and their own colognes and aftershaves they do and do not like. So I understand it. It's fine. You know, there's some stuff I get and I go, it smells like pesticide, and some people love it. But to me, you know, I don't think you need to slap on a bunch of it so that you really smell. You smell and somebody can smell you coming 20 feet away. I don't feel like you have to do that. And even the Axe, that Axe stuff, I used to use it when it first came out. And I used to think, oh, it's pretty good. Now I think it's just, it's okay. Yeah, it's binary. It's 1 or a 0, yes or no. Oh man, that cookie smells strong of cookies. They must be baking the cookies down the way there. They got this cookie place there. I haven't eaten there because I want to stay away from those cookies. Yeah, that's too much. The whole skincare products and all that other stuff, I'm like, I don't understand it. I don't understand why they have to use the whitening cream here and all this. I'm like, listen, I think I wrote about this. When have you ever seen a girl and she was dark and you saw her 5 years later and she'd been using the whitening cream and you went, oh my God, you're so much lighter now. You're not dark anymore. What happened to you? When does that happen? So how worthwhile is that cream? To me, it's not worthwhile. Well, listen. If she's wearing something that smells like vomit, you need to have a chat with her. That's what I would say. Why would you want that? That would not turn me on. I don't think she'd be my girlfriend for very long. She smelled like puke. Again, you know, listen, as long as they have what I need, that's all I care about. I don't care if it's Watson's, Boots, some little rinky-dink. There's a place right down the street, right across the street from here, right at the end of Happy Land. It's a pharmacy. The lady has everything that you need. You need medicine, she has it. You need whatever you need. You need syringes, she has it. You need needles, she has it. You need any kind of thing that you need. You need tape, sports tape, whatever, she has it. But then again, if I go into the grocery store, they have it in there. They have stuff in there sometimes. But they don't have everything. They don't have as wide of a variety. We had that chat. She is my ex-girlfriend. It's a good thing. Probably a good thing. She walks up to me and I go, woo. She smells like Ralph. That's not good. Okay, Devin Haney is a minus 800 favorite. Holy moly. Ryan Garcia plus 550. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Unbelievable. Yo, Scott, I like tan skin. Girls be crazy. No, girls be different. That's what it is. Girls be different here. If they got tan skin, they think that they're from a poor family and they look bad. That's what a lot of them think. I don't want to look like that. I want to be white. They think white is better. White looks great. It never made a difference to me. Tan, white, whatever. I don't care. You know. It just never made a difference. I don't know if they're toxic or whatever, but I know that I don't think they work. That's what I think. I think they don't work. So why would you use it and pay money for something that doesn't work. I mean, even buying a lot of cologne, you think, well, Garcia missed, well, maybe he did it on purpose. I don't know. Yeah, girls be crazy no matter where you are. That's the thing. There's always craziness in women. And I'm sure they can say the same thing about men. Oh, my boyfriend, he's so crazy. And then the same guy's going, my girlfriend, man, she's crazy. She drives me nuts all the time. She's crazy. You know, that's what they do. So. Jeez Louise. I don't think she's wearing a bra. Took said the time and often thanked Ferran for taking all the other. Again, doesn't matter. You know why it doesn't matter? Because they're not the ones who are sleeping with him. And what I can say, and what I always have said, is all these Thai men who go, oh yeah, you guys take the dark girls. You look at half the Thai men, they're with dark-skinned girls. They're full of it. They'd screw anything that moved. That's the thing. You get some Thai taxi driver, he's like, oh no, I don't want a dark girl, no way. They're screwing everything that moves. They don't care, as long as a girl opens her legs, that's it, they're in, they're fine, they're good. Anyway, that about wraps it up. Let's see here. What do we got going on here? Oh, they have all the fights coming up and everything like that, but they don't have it. That's not true, actually. I think it's true most of the time, but I think there are some foreigners who are with light-skinned Thai women. Definitely. They tend to be younger. They tend to be better looking. And, you know, a lot of them tend to be a little more into the culture than your average guy who, you know, comes here and he's here for 2 years and he meets a girl and he goes, oh my God, she's beautiful. She's everything I want. She's dark as could be, you know. But for the most part, I would say, you know, the lighter skin, really good-looking, upscale Thai girls, they're not messing around with foreigners. You want to get into that upper echelon, you better have something going on for you. A lot of cash, great car, you know, consistent cash coming in, you know, good job, whatever. You better have something going on for you. Great looks, you know. Yeah, but that you're out in the village, Jim. You know, most of the village girls in Isan tend to be darker. Not all of them, but most of them. And the guys who are with the girls in the villages, that's kind of what happens. So, you know. Well, let me just tell you something. Most Thai girls don't need, there's a hell of a lot of Thai women out there now. They don't need foreigners. I can tell you that right now. They don't need them. I know probably 5 women in Thailand, and at least one of them is married. And they're making 100 to 200,000 or more. They don't need the men. They don't need them because they need a man. They could get men from just about anywhere. You know, they don't need them for money. That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing now about Thailand. The girls who need money tend to be from Isan. Isan tends to have a lot of dark-skinned girls. the guys who are with them tend to be the guys who went into the bars and they met their wives or something like that, or they just met them back home, or they met them here in Thailand and they happen to be from East, whatever it might be. But every once in a while you'll see a guy and he's with some girl from Chiang Rai or something like that, and she's a light-skinned girl, she's yellowish, or you know, whatever they want to call themselves, yellow, white. And then you see the girls that are from, say, Borinam, or what's the other place? Dum Dang, you know, they're like blackish red. They're like reddish black. It's more reddish. They have a reddish tint to them. So, you know, whatever. And the thing is that I don't think it should matter to the Thai guys. The Thai guys, they laugh. You know what? I could find girls that are dark that they would love to sleep with. There would be no doubt. They would be like, oh my God, you know, okay, well, I'm not going to look at him and go, oh, she's so ugly because she's dark. She's dark, she's brown, I don't want her. Yeah, right. That's all I would say. Yeah, right. Sure you don't, buddy. If anything, it would be because they're too shy to be with somebody else, which, you know, who knows. And that's the thing. It never made a difference to me. You know. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Thank you very much. Thank you to all watching. Thank you to all those who joined in the conversation. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Yeah, okay. I hate that when you retract the message. Why do you retract the message? For what? Have a good one. I am going to watch this Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia fight for as long as it lasts. Oh, it's getting ready to start. So, it's time to go. Time to say goodbye. Oh, God. I'll talk to you guys offline, some of you. Cannot believe what I'm saying. But anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Choke D, Leo Jerkan Mai. That's good luck and see you later. And yeah, maybe Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. Pick up your merch. Look down below. Smash the like button. I think that's it. So until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok, and I will talk to you later. Boom.